wow, my observation is wow, Yu Qin very handsome. Right, guys. Because he Today we'll talk about your Form 4 Chapter 6 Endoskeleton. Let's go. Okay, cool. As usual, help yourself to download this material for free in the link below the description box. Okay, so we'll get right into it. This part will talk about 3 categories. So we have terrestrial vertebrate, aquatic vertebrate, and birds. That's the 3 categories that you have to compare or differentiate. Then we are done for the topic. Okay, so first of all, endoskeleton. The word endo means internal. Internal. Okay, means on the inside, 在里面的意思。Endo 是里面 internal。OK 吗？所以这些都是有骨头在里面的动物啦。比方说，好像人基本的那些动物有脊椎骨的都会是这一种。They all share the same characteristics, which is vertebrate lah. Endoskeleton sure have backbones. So another word for backbone is called vertebrate. Okay, right. So terrestrial basically means on land. Okay. Vertebrate means backbone lah. I'm pretty sure you all know that already. Okay, just to write that down for you. So these animals are animals with backbone, 脊椎骨backbone, 脊椎骨 that lives on land. Okay, so let's just take one example. Let's say elephant. That's the example given by your textbook, and that's what usually question asks. So hence, so elephant is one of the example of terrestrial vertebrate animal that stays on land. Okay, their bones are big, compact, and strong. Okay, as compared to the body, because of course they are big, so they have to be big, strong, and compact. So the meaning of compact means it's full of bones inside. Like if you break the bones apart, the bones are full of bones. What we're talking about, the bones are full of bones. Yeah, I mean, it's not empty on the inside. It's not kosong on the inside. Unlike birds, which we will compare in a while. Okay, so that's the meaning of compact. In Mandarin, 很集中的，就是里面是不是空心的，它是很实体的compact. Okay, so their skeletal frame are huge, are big, compatible to support their body size. So big frame because they need to support their body size. Okay, logic. Body weight supported especially by, okay, so throughout the whole body, so many different kinds of bones. The bones that are especially important and strong, which is pectoral girdle and pelvic girdle. So pectoral and pelvic girdle are the bones that actually connect other bones to support upper body and lower body. But in this case of elephant, okay, pectoral is here, which is the shoulder. Pelvic, which is your hips, are similar. That's their hips. So these 2 bones are the bones that connect the legs together. Everything connect the bones. Okay. So next, the girdles, which is the pectoral and the pelvic girdles, are joined at the leg or joined with the legs. Okay. So their backbones are especially animals that walk on 4 legs. Okay. Their backbones facing the sky. It's either curved upward or curved downwards. Okay, like elephant is pretty much curved upwards. Yeah, and what else? Like maybe horse curved down, horse. Okay, this is curved up, for example. Yep. So why are they curved? They are not straight. They are not flat. They are curved either up or they are curved either down. The reason being is because this way it helps to support the muscle that attach to the backbone. It makes them stronger, actually, can withstand gravitational force. Withstand means 大汉可以能够支撑他身体因为地心引力会把他身体拉下来，所以这个脊椎骨呢弯上或者弯下呢，能够给他更多的支撑力量。Okay, so that's the meaning of curvature backbone. Okay, cool. That's it. That's a few things you need to remember about terrestrial. Let me summarize for you. Number 1, their bones are compact, big, and strong. And we have two very important girdles, which is pectoral girdles and pelvic girdles. Okay, and the girdles are joined with the legs. Yeah, and their backbones are either curved up or curved down. Okay, easy. Next, aquatic vertebrates means animal with backbone that stays in water, because aquatic means water, right? Vertebrates, I'm sure you know. So let's just take whale for example. So comparatively, they have smaller endoskeleton compared to their body. That means ratio 比分率 let's say the bones are almost around like 6, maybe less than that, like 40%. But the whole body, the organ, the muscles, the meat, and all add up together, maybe it's more than 60%. Okay, maybe 4 versus 6, or 40% versus 60%, or 30% versus 70%. So comparatively, their bones are lesser, but compared to the body parts or their organs, there are more. Whereas for us or for elephant, our bones are actually made out of a lot of our body, right? So that's the comparison. So hence their bones are relatively smaller and weaker. Okay, and you can take a look at the picture. The pectoral girdle compared to the whole body size, and the pectoral girdle compared to the whole body size. Yeah? Okay, the pelvic girdle compared to the whole body size, where the pelvic girdle compared to the whole body size, it's almost useless, you know, to them. It's so small that it's almost useless. Okay, so small and weak. Why? Then like that, how they cannot support their body? Because they live in water. Okay, hence their weight of their body are supported by buoyancy. Means water gives you buoyancy force, floats. 它的浮力buoyancy 让它在水里面都会有浮力，每样东西在水都会有这一个浮力的 which is buoyancy force that supports you in water. Okay, so they cannot be on land, they cannot be on land because their bones are not strong enough to help them to stand up or, you know, to support them. Okay, cool. Birds bones are adapted for flying. So first of all, they have flat and wide sternum bone, which is called the breastbone. This one, okay. If you eat chicken breasts, you eat Kssm, you like eat chicken breasts. The chicken breast has this like white color cartilage at the center that separates the left and the right breast. That's the sternum. So if you compare to the whole body, this is so huge. Whereas for us, for human, we have only like here, right at the center, shorter, smaller, yeah, compared to your whole body. Okay, because the flight muscle, the breast is where they fly, use the muscle to fly, so it has to be strong. Okay, so muscle for flight, place for attachment of muscle for flight. Okay, so their skull are small, easy for them to fly. You don't want your head to be too heavy, yeah. Okay, and they have hollow bones as well. Okay, this is a very hot thing about birds. We all say about bird's bone, we all say like hollow bone. Hollow means kosong on the inside, kosong, 空心的well, of course, actually it's not fully empty. If you cut half of the bone, right, you can see like inside there is like crisscross one. It's not like fully empty by the way, okay? It's not fully empty. There's a lot of empty space, but not fully empty. There's still bones on the inside. But this is what we call the hollow bone for birds. That makes them lighter, and at the meantime, it's also strong. Okay, it's light and it's strong at the same time because all this gives extra support, but it's light at the same time. Get it? Okay, so that actually, fun fact, that actually helps birds to keep oxygen in their body. The hollow bones actually is a place for birds to keep oxygen. Because when birds fly, they need a lot of energy, so they need a lot extra oxygen, and their body are so small. So in order for them to keep more oxygen, rather than just their lungs, they keep oxygen in the bones. Okay, so that gives them extra source of oxygen gas. Fun fact. Okay, so allow vertebrates to move more quickly. Okay, no problem. Very simple. Not gonna highlight that. Need less calcium and phosphorus. Yeah, because bones require calcium to build, right? So because since it's empty, so we don't need as much. Okay, cool. Right, so we have two comparisons here to talk about. Number one, which is land vertebrate versus aquatic vertebrate, means one strong and one weak. The other one is compact bone versus hollow bone. Okay, that's the two comparisons. Let's get right into the exercise. Okay guys, let's turn to the next page. So question number one, we have elephant and we have whale. See, very obvious one, they're always comparable of them. So in your head, you already know that elephant is terrestrial vertebrates, means on land with backbone. This is aquatic vertebrate, means in water with backbone, right? Okay, so compare and contrast. So when you see this word, right, compare and contrast of the skeleton for both. So we focus on skeleton. So don't write out of context. A lot of people like to write like things out of like skeleton. Maybe you want to write like, oh, compare with their body size, or compare with their, you know, a different part of the body. No, we are comparing just purely based on their skeleton. That means your following answer must mention about skeleton. One cannot talk about other things like, oh, elephant live on land, whale live in water. You don't say, right? No, not that. So make sure your answer is accurate. So similarity, first of all, compare and contrast means you must do similarity and differences like that, exactly like that. First, they both have endoskeleton, means bones on the inside. Okay, or you can write they have vertebrae or backbones. Okay, yeah. Don't write things that is not like they both have two eyes, both have mouth. Okay, you get what I mean. Difference: elephant have strong pectoral girdle, pelvic girdle, while whale has weak. There you go. That's the comparison. Okay, what else? If you want extra answer, you also can write elephant supported fully on the endoskeleton. But whale are not fully. They are supported by buoyancy. That's also the bone issue. Okay, cool. Whale is the largest aquatic animal in the world. Yeah. Very large and heavy body are the advantage for it to live in water. Justify. You know what that means? That means like you are big size, you are fat, example, big size, and then your friend look at you, you so fat, stay in water lah, good for you, don't stay on land lah, you suffer, I tell you later, go stay on water lah. Why is that saying good for you? Okay, because whale is huge, right? I'm not saying fat lah, this is huge. Okay, the fat was just an example, just illustration. You are huge. Staying on land could just make you suffer, because that's not where you belongs to, because your body weight is not supported by your bones. You rely on water buoyancy, so stay in water is actually better for you, good for you. Okay, so the answer that you want to mention here for 2 marks, first thing first, talk about the problem. Hey, you cannot stay on land. I'm sorry, because you're weak. Yeah. Okay, compared to the body size. So body weight is supported by water buoyancy if you stay in water. So that's good for you. Okay, right? You get the idea, right? Okay, so there you go. Yeah, so first of all, talk about the problem. Then number 2, talk about, well, buoyancy is better for you. That's why, good for you. Okay, so B, wait, what? Why suddenly exo? Exo, the insects or the bones or hard shell on the outside of the body. Yeah, okay, that was another term. I actually had this video. You may click the link above to bring you to the video. Okay, that's a previous video. So anyway, explain how animals with this type of support system are able to grow continuously, because their body are covered by these hard bones or hard shell, so their growth is limited lah. So when they need to grow and they beta han liao, right, then they were like, cannot, they tear off their own shirt or their body shell so they can grow bigger and let the shell harden again. So that's the process called ecdysis. So first point goes to ecdysis. Replace new exoskeleton, enable growth. That's your second point. Okay, so you must mention that, oh, it's called ecdysis, means they take off their shirt and then they wear a new shirt and it hardens and enable them to grow into larger size. Okay, right. That's a little break from endoskeleton. That was exoskeleton. Okay, the next one, we have whales stranded on beach. This kind of question is super famous, by the way. Okay. Well, you've seen so many pictures of that. You heard so many of them wherever in social media, in news. They die. And by the way, they die not because they cannot breathe. They die because they are too heavy. You know, whales are mammal, right? They breathe through lungs, right? Okay. That's how they breathe. The reason they die is actually because their body weight crushes its own bones and organs and whatnot. So that actually causes them to die. Okay, that's very sad. If they are washed ashore, 被冲上岸的时候很危险，它回不去，它太重了。Okay, there's no way that the whale can return. Yeah, so nope, cannot. But we have to explain why cannot. There you go, 3 marks. Okay, always 3 marks question. I will try to make points, small little points to help myself, so I don't write things that are out of context. Okay, so I suggest you to do that as well every time. So if I were to do this question, number 1, I will talk about buoyancy first. That's my little point I will talk about. So I will jot down on number 1, I must talk about whale supported by buoyancy. That's my first point. Second point, we will talk about, well, it's stranded on beach though. Cannot lah. The exoskeleton unable to support lah. That's my point number 2. So I will write endoskeleton cannot support. Okay, so number 3, shallow water near the coast, because it's washed ashore, right? Stranded on the beach, right? It's not enough to provide buoyancy. Okay, to allow whales to return to the sea. So that's how I will plan out my answer. Then I will try to form sentences. Make it straightforward, short and simple lah. Don't have to write like long one lah. I mean, maybe this is very long for you, right? But this is, I think, kind of like medium lah. Not super short answer, but medium lah. But you don't have to write like paragraphs. Just full stop, just sentences. Don't worry. Okay? Cool. Right. That's the first type of comparison. Terrestrial versus aquatic. Yep. The second type will be compact versus hollow bones for the birds. Let's get right into it. Okay, question number 2, everybody. Okay, this is experiment question, which means it appears in section 8. Section 8, yeah. I'll show you how when I discuss along, it makes it easier. Okay, so this is to compare the strength of bones, which is P represents hollow cylinder, hollow bones. Q represents compact cylinder, compact bones. So P hollow bones, Q compact. Okay, how do we do this? We roll A4 paper. We roll A4 paper and then empty. Okay, and then for Q we roll like a lot, make it thick and compact. Okay, 空心这个是几种的compact is that even the correct word? So compact cylinder. Okay, then we place a cover on top. We will stack on books. Yeah, we will stack books. 我们会放书本在上面，然后看下可以放多少本。So empty one hollow one can tahan 6 books and compact bones can tahan 2 books Then it collapses. That means I put 1, 2, but for hollow I put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then baru. Okay, right? Okay, so I mean that means hollow stronger like empty stronger Oh, wow, that's a That's a very good experiment to prove though, and it's very straightforward to understand. Okay, so first question. Observation means things that you see. Yeah, things that you observe. In Mandarin, for those who are used to in Mandarin, 观察到的思想就是你要写你观察到的东西。So what you can see here is, ayo, hollow, can tahan 6 leh, compact can tahan 2 leh. That means hollow can support more books leh, compared to compact. Make it straightforward. That's what we write. Free from the table. Basically, it's a translation. Translate what you see. 把你看到的那个information 换去句子的意思了。观察到的事项 observation. Okay, second thing will be inference. Yeah. Now, inference is a little format here. Observation plus observation plus, give me a moment, observation plus reason. Okay, so like I show you how. Right, so the idea is this: to copy down your observation again, that means you say what you see, right? So for example, hollow cylinder can support more books. Then because, do you see that? Okay, so I started with hollow cylinder can support more books. That's my observation. Then only I say because. So let me highlight this for you. Okay, because. So the reason is, well, it is actually the same as what we mentioned just now. Why it is able to support more books? Because simply hollow bones are stronger. It's proven, it's proven in experiment. It's stronger. Yeah. So because hollow cylinders are stronger than compact cylinder. Okay, there you go, guys. Observation, because, reason. Can? Okay, so this is a rough guidance so you always write down observation first, then only you explain. So for example, if you, wow, my observation is wow, Yu Qin very handsome. Wow. Right, guys. Because why inference? Why he's so handsome? Because he went to Thailand to plastic surgery. That's the reason behind why he is handsome. That's basically the idea how you form your inference. It's a format. I know it feels like it's not worth it, right, for 1 mark. Yeah. Okay, but that's how it is. Right, next one. Constant variable means things that must be fixed and fair. Between these two experiments, right, something must be fair will be the height or the length of the cylinder. If it's too high, then maybe not so stable, right? So the lower, the better, but both must be the same. Or the diameter, how thick is the cylinder? That actually matters. So I say both, but you can choose one to write. Okay. So next one, operational definition. Okay, this is another format to follow. So operational definition uses responding variable. Okay, strength of bone is your subject. So I'm just gonna bring it down here. Strength of bone. Okay, so I'm gonna start out with that. So the idea is to talk about this, but relate to your responding. So what is strength of bone? Means how strong is the bone, right? But how can I prove it with responding variable? So if you realize your responding variable here is your number of book that can support, right? This is your manipulated type of cylinder. Your manipulated 操纵性变数 manipulated in Mandarin type of cylinder. Responding 反应性变数means your responding variable. Okay, so I want to try to use this and this to talk about to relate. So this is how I write. The strength of bone can be shown by or can be proven, okay, by the greater amount of exercise spoke that can be supported by cylinder. Means you can support more, you strong. You cannot support more, you not strong. Okay, so I did use my subject. I did use my responding variable. Okay, that's roughly how it is. This one you need more practice. In future, we see more questions, I'll get you again and you probably get a better idea. Okay, rather than throwing the definition from Google, you know, you ask Uncle Google what is strength of bone, then it give you very technical words. No, don't use that. We will use responding. Something can be proven or can be seen as a result in the experiment. Okay, cool. Right, next one. Okay, it's a bird. In your opinion, why are the bones of bird made out of hollow bone? Okay, very simple. They are hollow because, well, that makes them lighter and stronger at the same time so that they can fly easily. Okay, so light and strong, fly easily, 2 marks. No problem. Okay, cool. So these are the two types of question that usually likes to compare in this particular subtopic. I hope you get a better idea of it, right? So I think that's it for today's video. If you feel that I helped you, give me a thumbs up. Maybe consider to subscribe and share to your friends. And I guess I will see you in the next video. Okay, bye guys.